Okay, so I have some news. It's not big news, but it's news, and I have finished the first draft of the third book in the Healers series, which I have now named Blood Sacrifice. It's okay. It's an okay title. I think if I, spent about a few days really thinking about it, I might change it, but I thought about it for about a week and I couldn't come up with anything better. But yeah, so I do think that finishing the first draft of the third book, given that it's 110,000 words, ouch, deserves a little bit of music.
Go baby, go, go. We're right behind you. Go baby, go, go. Yeah, we're looking at you. Go baby, go, go. Oh, we're right behind you. Go baby, yeah, we're right behind.
So, yeah, gosh, I actually hope that I don't, become some sort of well-known author in any way, shape or form, because someone's going to look at this video later on and yeah, laugh at me, I guess. Yeah, so, what am I doing with my time now? Well, I'm actually editing that book that I finished. Editing is quite full-on. About half the speed of writing the actual book. However, some sections of my book are written so well that I don't have to edit a lot, and then some sections are so terrible that I have to rewrite them completely. And it's never easy to do that because, okay, so writing the book is a creative mind, an intuitive mind. It's something that comes really easily, but the editing mind is the critical mind. It's the standing back and being objective, and it's also very conscientious, which means that it's quite clunky and it's quite on purpose. Now, these two things aren't really compatible. You can kind of use one and then the other and then the other and the other, but you can't really use them at the same time. You can't be self-conscious and be in a flow state as well. And this is my psychology background coming out here. Sorry, rambling. But yeah, so it takes a different mind to actually edit for me, and while it's something that I can do, it's not something I necessarily enjoy because I'm not getting into that flow state. Just that simple being in the story, having my head in Senya, having my head in Adenine's head, as a 14-year-old girl going through all this, going through a lot. And so I'm always worried that I'm going to, I guess, rewrite things thinking that it's better, but the first version was better. I hope that makes sense. Now, I can do things like sentence structure and grammar, and yeah, those things really do improve a manuscript. Also cutting back a little bit of padding and navel gazing, as my editor likes to call it, and I do a lot of navel gazing in my manuscripts, and it's really hard to chop them out because I'm a bit of a thinker and I just go rambling on with my own thoughts, as you can see right here. So for me to actually cut out parts of my writing, I'm like, no, but I love that part, that thought's so important, bring it back. But really it is better without it, and it's something I've just had to come to terms with. So yeah, it's been a hard slog in terms of getting the manuscript done, but I actually planned out the fourth book while writing this book, and the reason I did that was so that everything in this book would actually be tied up in the next one. So I took special care to do that, which is probably why this one's taken me longer. And also, by the third book, you have so many different threads, subplots, and the characters. It's really hard when you introduce new characters in the third book, but because she's always moving around, about Senya, it's really hard not to introduce new characters, and also I keep killing people off. But it's not because I'm like mean or anything. I don't know, it just, sometimes it feels more character building for Adenine, more challenging for her. If I do kill people off, it forces her to grow up, and it forces her to buckle down into her ideals and really dig deep and, be determined and fight back. And that's what we need from Adenine at this point in the story. So that's my little share about the progress. It looks like the publishing date will be in April, at the end of April, but I'm not making no promises because I really want this book to be the best that it can be, so you're just going to have to be patient. And hopefully I'm going to reward you with that patience by giving you something entertaining to read, something you can really dig your fingers into and get hooked in. So, yeah, Alright, well, I will talk to you next time I update, which probably be in a month.